Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and I am very proud to present to all of you my first golden weapon here in Modern Warfare Remastered. I'm very happy to let you guys know it's a very skill-based weapon. It's a weapon that barely anybody uses. It's one of those guns that only I am good with, and I'm just kidding, it's the M16. It's the M16, I know it. It's my favorite weapon in the game, right? I'm nothing if not consistent in my standings and beliefs, and if you go back to a video I made, I think over 3 years ago, something like that, where I ranked the top 10 best weapons in Call of Duty history, the COD 4 M16 was number 1 in that video. It's my favorite weapon of all time in the Call of Duty series. I love burst rifles, I love the history of the weapon, and I suppose the fact that it's brokenly overpowered here in Modern Warfare Remastered is just kind of icing on the cake. Now, some of you guys may be thinking, well, really? You only have one golden weapon. Do you even try to get headshots? And that's just it. I really don't. I don't aim for the head whatsoever. Like my buddy Cypher, I think we're comparable in terms of actual kills all time. Like I think we're both around the 15,000 mark or something like that in Modern Warfare Remastered, and he has Royal Assault Rifles, whereas I have in total one gold weapon, right? There's a huge disparity there, and it's because his sole purpose of playing Modern Warfare Remastered, aside from trying to win, like when he's playing with me and stuff, we always try to win, that's what we do, but for the most part, he just aims for the head. Like he tries really hard to get all these challenges done. That's how he has fun. But for me personally, I have more fun just by trying to get as many kills as I can while trying to win and just trying to be the best player I can possibly be. Like that's how I like to play. I've told you guys that a million times. And so yeah, I don't really go for the head. I don't really go for camos whatsoever. I have Blue Tiger on probably half a dozen weapons or something, but I don't really aim for the head whatsoever. It's not something that I personally have a lot of fun with. Like I remember back in Black Ops 3, I told you guys I'm gonna go get Dark Matter, and to my credit, I did. I got Dark Matter, and I didn't have a lot of fun while doing it because like you hyper focus on completing those challenges to a point where you're not having fun unless you're completing those challenges. Like take the M16 for example here. Like it's a really good gun. Don't get me wrong, brokenly overpowered. I'm not trying to claim like it's a tough gun to use or anything like that, but there are situations where the M16 isn't great. And while I was playing this afternoon, all I had to do after I got my 150th headshot was get 150 kills with no attachments and 150 kills with the red dot sight. And I found myself using my no attachment M16 in situations where it would have been much better for myself and my team if I were to have swapped out to like a full auto rifle or like a Juggernaut submachine gun or maybe even a sniper rifle in a couple of situations. But instead I'm like forcing myself to use this gun. I just really don't enjoy that. Oftentimes though, I do get a lot of questions about getting headshots because you guys have, over the years, I think people kind of come to me whenever they need advice for Call of Duty because I've played the series for so long. I'm a YouTuber. I tend to have an idea of what I'm talking about when it comes to the Call of Duty series, and people ask me, how do you get headshots? Do you have any tips and tricks for getting headshots, especially here in Modern Warfare Remastered? And believe it or not, I do. I do have a couple of tricks for you guys hidden up my sleeve here. I'm actually wearing a short sleeve shirt, but you guys get the metaphor. The trick is to aim for the head. And I'm trying, believe me guys, I'm not trying to be snide here, but the trick is to aim for the head as often as humanly possible, right? You're not going to get headshots if you're aiming for their stomach, unless you flinch really hard. You're not going to get headshots if you aim for their feet. You have to aim for their head. If you're in a close quarters situation, I find it's often better to just hip fire towards their head. I mean, that's probably not the best if you're trying just to secure a kill, but if you're trying to get a headshot as often as possible and you're in a close quarters spot with like, let's say an MP5, just hip fire and aim for his head, because 9 times out of 10, if you kill him, it's going to be a headshot regardless, because you only need to get a couple of bullets into his head for it to, actually work out for you. Another tip would be killing campers, right? Campers are the easiest source of headshots, I think, in all Call of Duty games, and especially here in Modern Warfare Remastered, because certain maps really lend themselves for people to be campers, right? For example, take Crossfire, right? On this map, as you guys know, there are people constantly poking their heads out of windows. Like, it's basically a sniper map, right? And snipers are easy headshots, assuming, of course, they don't see you. Like, that's one of the ways I was able to get my M16 up was, hey, I'm playing on this map, there's a sniper in that window. As soon as I spawn in, I go look at that window. If there's a guy there, I burst him in the head. He goes down very easily. If you're trying to rank up your snipers, one of the best way to do it is to counter other snipers and just hit him in the head. They're always sitting in those windows just to take him out. And if you're trying to use like a submachine gun or a shotgun, shotguns are hard with headshots, by the way, or maybe like a pistol or something like that, it's so easy just to sneak up on these campers and shoot them in the back of the head. And worst comes to worst, man, pull out your UAV jammer, your bomb squad, and your silenced class and just run around the map sneaking up on people, making it your sole purpose in life to shoot them in the back of the head. And if you do that, you're probably going to get your camos pretty quickly. The last tip I have for you guys is to put yourself in a position to get headshots headshots by playing game modes where you can get lots of kills, right? I mean, Search and Destroy is a fun game mode, but you're not going to get a lot of headshots there. You may get some, but just you're going to get a lot more if you're playing a respawn game mode. I personally recommend Hardpoint, Domination, or Ground War. And personally, Ground War is my favorite because I love all the action of Ground War. I love 9v9. And one of the things about Ground War is you're just kind of like a fly on the wall when you're playing Ground War. Whereas if you're playing 6v6 team deathmatch, it's a very intimate game mode. You shoot your gun, suddenly everybody on the other team is like hyper focusing on where you just shot your gun. It's a very intimate game mode where people are always aware of where the other people are. Ground War, there's just so much chaos happening all the time that it's very easy, especially with like a UAV jammer silence, like, I don't know, P90, to sneak up on people, get easy headshots. It's just one of those modes where I find if you want to go get headshots and just have some fun and just enjoy all the chaos ensuing around you, play Ground War. It's a pretty good place to go. But ladies and gentlemen, those are my headshot tips. I mean, I may have only one golden weapon here in the game, but I have tons of other weapons up the Blue Tiger, and most of those headshots were just earned passively, honestly, because again, I don't really aim for the head. I'm just much more focused on aiming at center mass, trying to secure kills, and trying to hold objectives and winning matches. But I'm pretty happy to have the golden M16 here. It looks pretty freaking amazing, I will say that. And also, some of the other camos are pretty good as well. I was a big fan of the Chrome M16. Like, the Chrome camo as a whole is just really, really cool. And you gotta give it to Raven Software for adding in these extra camos, these extra challenges on top. I remember going like up until the launch of Modern Warfare Remastered, thinking to myself that maybe Red Tiger was going to be the final camo, and thinking, I mean, back in COD 4, like in that game, you reset your camo every time you prestige. So can you guys imagine that? Like, that would be terrible in the game like this. So they reworked the entire system. They added more camos to the game. They have something for us to work towards in Exclusion Zone camo. I think it's a really good system, and I guess I'm one weapon out of many towards actually earning Exclusion Zone. I plan to earn it eventually, right? I plan to do it eventually, but I'm just in no hurry. I'm just too busy having fun, too busy with trying to win matches, too busy just enjoying the entirety that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and hopefully you guys are as well. And I'd love to hear down there in the comment section below, how close are you guys to Exclusion Zone? I know some of you crazy guys already have it, but do you guys have any royal weapon tiers yet? Do you guys have a couple of golden weapons? Like, what are you guys working with so far? Let me know about that down there in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.